Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol RMRK. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did do this analysis yesterday, so that's where these green and red line annotations are coming from. But want to get the chart updated here as you know, the price is pulled back a little bit and created somewhat of a tricky chart from a presentation standpoint because there's a whole lot of perspective that goes into this. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, maybe you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 2 minutes after buying, well then for you, yeah, the chart looks pretty miserable. But if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it. There's a pretty big pullback. But again, big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build an overall higher low. And when you have higher lows being built over longer stretches of time, that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed. So before we get to that overall higher low though, I want to quickly talk about areas of resistance. And the best do this, just got to make a couple updates based on foundational rules in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So I don't have lines everywhere, so I'm going to get rid of that one for the time being. But on that rule, like I said, 0014, for those of you that watched yesterday's video, hopefully you remember me talking about that as support, but now that the price has broken below it, you would expect it to act as resistance, and it's actually already done that a couple of times right there. So I'm not saying that 0014 can't be broken or anything like that. I'm just saying it makes sense why the price did struggle to get up back up above it at that point in time. So 0014, that near term level of resistance. The overall level still remains up there at 0024, but no point in talking about that one any further, given that the price is still got to get up above 0014 first. As far as circling back to that big picture perspective, the big picture all revolves around the purple line right there. And as long as the price stays above it, so let's say the price does something like this, where it comes down here, and just does something like that, give or take, what would you still have from, again, I realize I'm emphasizing the word, but big picture perspective? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have that set down there. If you picture each of these as stair steps, the overall stair steps would still be going in the upwards direction. And assuming you care about the overall picture, the big picture, whatever you want to call it, the bulls do still have a chance to build that higher stair step. So we'll see if they can get that done tomorrow to close out the week or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.